everyone, it's Rose tonight, and we're going to be making a beautiful, light and tasty chicken laksa. So traditionally chicken laksas or any laksa are quite calorie dense, but today I'm going to show you how to make a light version of that recipe. So we'll go through the ingredients first. Here I've got my chicken. I've chosen tenderloins because it cooks really quickly, and I've just cubed it, just any which way. Then I have my vegetables, and I chose broccolini because that also cooks pretty quickly and I like it to stay crunchy. Then we have the coconut milk, the stock, a few garnishes, and we are ready to go. So what I'd like you to do is take your rice noodles or whichever noodles that you have chosen and put them in a bowl. Cover them with hot water. And put them aside for later. So I'm just going to place it on the side and cover it maybe with a sheet of paper just to keep it warm. So we'll start straight away with the recipe. Open your bowl, and what we'll do is we'll place our chicken stock. And if you notice, this is our beautiful Magimix measuring jug. And this is what you'll be winning if you answer correctly a question that I'll ask at the end of the recipe. And the first 5 people who answer correctly will win this lovely Magimix measuring jug. So putting that in the bowl. Oops. Of course you have to open the lid. And then we'll just start off the machine, and I've got it set on 120 degrees. And I'm going to go on speed 3. I'm not going to change that at all. And I've set it for 5 minutes, but I will stop it after 3 minutes. Now, it's just to get the stock really hot. Because it's an induction motor, it will do that very quickly and very precisely. So I'm just going to press auto, and off it goes. It's on speed 3, which is a continuous turning of the blade. So we'll wait for that to finish, and after that we'll be adding the laksa paste. Now I just want to show you a trick that Vanessa already showed you, but I don't know if everybody's seen it, so I'm going to show you how to take that little part of the tenderloin off. Now she was holding it with her fingers and it kept on slipping everywhere. So now I've got these tweezers that are specially for taking the bones out of fish, and I'm going to be using that so that it gives me a good grip. Then I'll take the fork, exactly like what Vanessa did, and you'll just pull it, and there you have it. You got rid of that part that's a little bit hard.
That's impressive.
Is it? You like this? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll cut this piece up, just very quickly, and put it with the rest of the chicken. And so what I'll show you as well is the broccolini. So I've actually washed this broccolini, and you know, I like to get rid of the woody part of it. So what I do is I take one of them, I just snap it, and I know that's what I should be keeping and getting rid of. So then I'll put it next to my other little broccolini, and then I'll cut it at the same point, so that I know that will be the tender part of the broccolini. So I've prepared that all. I can add a little bit more to slice it. The stem is also very, very tasty, so I'll just add it there, and that's with your broccolini. So watching the time, so it has another 50 seconds, and we'll stop the machine and add the laksa paste. Now you can choose any laksa paste that you want. I mean, preferably a good quality, and you can also make it yourself. which we're not going to do today because we don't have time. So today it's about quick and easy, having a meal on the table in 20 minutes, and also having a balanced meal because you have the rice noodles, you have the protein, the chicken, you have the vegetables, you have the soup. So it's a very, very balanced meal and light as well. And I think that it's important in winter not to have too many heavy foods. So I'm stopping the machine now. It has another 2 minutes to go, and so I'll open the lid. And you'll see that, I don't know if you can see, it's already quite warm, but it's not very, very hot. So what I'll do is I'll add 2 tablespoons of this laksa paste. Now, if that's not spicy enough for you, you can do 3 tablespoons, but I'd rather just add a little bit of chili because that's what I prefer to do. So continuing on, I'll put the lid on gently. Does it? No, it can do it. That's it. And then I'll continue. So I've set it for 5 minutes, stopped it after 3 minutes, and now the next 2 minutes are going to be just mixing the laksa paste into the stock and heating it up. In the meantime, I'm just going to look at my noodles and picking them up. They're ready for me. So I'll just drain them. And just put them aside until I need them. So 2 minutes later, I'm just going to add my chicken and salt and the sugar, yeah, that's about it.
Rosie, a couple of people are complaining about the audio, so maybe just stand back from the machine so you don't get the...
Right. It's probably because I'm right next to the machine, and it does make a little bit of a noise, unfortunately. So I'll try and talk louder so that you can all hear me.
Do you want just a recap for people who have joined us late?
Okay, yes. First of all, I want to know who's cooking along with me tonight, where you're coming from. You can tell me all that. And I'm just going to go through again what I'm doing tonight. It's a chicken laksa. It's a light version of the normal chicken laksa. So basically it has the rice noodles, the coconut milk, but I'm not using a whole tin of coconut milk. What I like to use is this coconut milk because it has no preservatives at all, and it is very, very light. So when you're cooking with coconut milk, I think that the best thing to do is to add the coconut milk 5 minutes before the end of the cooking so that it doesn't separate. So this is what I'm using for that. Also, what I've discovered in Coles is this stock that's made specifically for laksa. Now I have tried it, and it's good. It's good. It'll work as well, just as well. So now we're finished, and it's hot. You can see the steam escaping. So what I'll do is I'll place the chicken in, just gently so it doesn't splatter everywhere. That's it. Right. And then after that we need 2 teaspoons of sugar. 1, 2. And salt, which is here, which is half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so now we're going to set the machine. We're going to change the settings, and I'm going to go on diminish the temperature, put it on 110 degrees. Then moving along, I'm going to take the speed of the blade down to 1A, and A is for alternate. It mimics the action of a wooden spoon, so it'll turn and stop and turn and stop. And I'm going to be cooking that for 7 minutes. So, 6, 7. Okay. So now if you find that 7 minutes is not enough for your chicken to cook, of course, you know, you can do it for a little bit longer. But it's not a good idea to overcook the chicken as well, because it's the white part of the chicken and that can get pretty hard. And if it does do that, you can also shred the chicken if you want. So that's for the recipe. So while this is cooking, I'll talk to you about the promotion that we have at the moment. So with your Cook Expert, we have a promotion running until the 4th of July. And what you get with that, you'll get 2 recipe books, which is the Just Soups, which is fantastic for winter, and our brand new food processor best bakery book. This is our latest book. It's just come out not so long ago, and it's amazing because if you thought that you couldn't, do your baking using your food processor, this will show you that it's so terribly easy. I've been using my food processor forever for my baking, so it is very, very efficient. So you'll get that. You also get a dice kit, and I don't have one to show you right now, but I do have a box. This is what you're getting. So to make your potato chips and to dice through your vegetables for minestrone, for example, or make a beautiful fruit salad in a matter of seconds. That has an extra blade, which is a 10mm blade, so that allows the machine to make your little squares. And also, most importantly, you have a dough hook. Now I'm going to stop that quickly, and I'm going to take the blade to 0 and continue cooking, because I do not want, it's not necessary for it to stir at all. I don't want my chicken to be broken up. So I'm just going to cook the chicken like that, and if I need to give it a stir, I'll just go back to 1A and then return to 0. It's as simple as that. It's very, very quick and easy.
Sherry asked, will the chicken be fully cooked in 7 minutes?
Well, yes, I have tried this recipe a few times, and it worked. For me, it's fully cooked because I'm using tenderloins, which cook very quickly. And I'm using tenderloins specifically because I want this recipe to be quick. But if you think that you need another minute or 2, why don't you just take a piece of chicken out and cut it up, and I'll do exactly the same, and I'll show you that my chicken will be cooked and it won't be hard at all. So our other machines are also on promotion. Our food processors, the 4200 and the 5200, also come with a bonus, and the bonus for that, if I remember correctly, is a juice extractor and the best bakery book again, and that's totals $300. The blender, as a bonus, will have the glass little mill. What's fantastic with our blender is that the blender jug is entirely made in glass, which is probably the only one available with a glass jug. And then the next thing is the Juice Expert, and that will come with a bonus of a salad kit. So now's a good time if you wanted to change or to upgrade, to take advantage of all these bonuses, because you're getting the best of everything. So my little doggy is making a noise. So we've got 2 minutes still to go. I'll go through the little, it's not little, the recipe book, and you'll see all the things that you'll be able to make. It's a fabulous book. I've tried a few recipes myself. So that is our latest book, The Best Bakery. And here are all the other books. This, of course, comes with your machine, and you all know that. And here are the other books that are available.
Rosie, what is a vegetarian version for this?
Oh, of course. You can just, instead of chicken, you do, sorry. tofu. Of course, you know, and don't forget this is a gluten-free recipe because of the rice noodles. You can use tofu, and you can also use prawns, but that's not vegetarian. But as you know, as something a little bit different, you can use the prawns. So I'm just going to, I'll just get a plate. So what we need to do now is add our coconut milk and our vegetables. So in a few seconds we'll be able to do that, but I will test the chicken for you just to make sure that it's cooked. I can actually stop it now because it's not going to make any difference. So to stop the machine, just take the lid off, just leave it for a few seconds so it drains all the water, and just give it a mix here. And that's it. Now it's ready for adding the coconut milk. Oh yes, I wanted to test the chicken. So we'll take a piece out and I'll place it here. And you can see it's fully cooked. I'll show you, put it there. So, but it's still going to be cooking for another 3 minutes with the vegetables in. So placing all the vegetables in, sorry, this way. And then the coconut milk. And the tomatoes. So some are sliced, some are left whole, and I'll just add a little bit of chili. That's just specially for me. How pretty does that look?
Looks beautiful. Lovely colours.
All right, so another 3 minutes and we're done. So I'm just going to add the thyme. It. Water.
No change to the temperature or the blade?
No change to the temperature or the blade. In a few seconds or in a minute or so, what I'll do is I'll give it a stir with the blade, and then I'll go back to 0.
Rosie, what's your favourite recipe in the best bakery?
In the best bakery? Well, I go for cakes. That's what I do. I just make cakes all day, every day. Not all day, but every day I'll probably make a cake. And yeah, and I like to experiment. You know, my son's getting married in 2 weeks' time, so I'm going to be making a wedding cake. So I'm going to be using all my machines, all my equipment, and it'll make, you know, it'll be so easy to do. And I use my food processor for the icing, for chopping things, for mixing, for grating, for everything. In fact, you know, if you wanted to do a carrot cake, you don't need to grate the carrots before. You just put your carrots in, blitz them with your machine, continue with your ingredients. 1-2 pulses. As soon as your dry ingredients are in, you just stop the machine and you're ready to bake. So yeah, that's not. And we mustn't forget that we have an app, a Magimix app, where there are more than 300 recipes. We also have videos, YouTube videos. Irina, who's from Melbourne, she does these very quick 5-minute videos that are very, very useful. Vanessa does the Cookalongs with me, and she also presents at Tbls. So there is a lot of material at your disposal. So make use of it and have a look at what we do, and we're very happy to help you. The customer service at Magimix is amazing. It's really first class. I know for sure that when I buy a machine, and a machine of that quality that comes with a 30-year warranty, I want to know that I'm well looked after, and at Magimix we look after our customers very well. So that's a very important thing for me, to know that I'm well looked after I make a purchase. So 30-year warranty, I don't know any company that will back a machine for that amount of time if they're not sure about their product. It's simple. So here we are, a little bit, nothing very loud. So we'll just have a look, and I forgot to give it a stir, but it looks pretty good to me. Can you see?
Yes.
I'll just take it out. So the broccolini won't be very, very tender. It'll be still quite firm, but I like it that way. So I'm going to just plate it now. And so what we do is we put our noodles in, and I'll get something to serve. So of course we'll divide this. It'll feed at least 4 people this. So a few noodles, and there's just too many noodles. So I'll have to just like that. If you want, you can even cut the noodles because it'll be easier to eat. And then one of these. And with that, I'll just find the chicken. So I won't put the broth on yet. A bit more. Now a little bit of broth. And a bit more. I think that's very copious. And then the garnishes. These sprouts. Okay. And then some, no, let's put the herbs in first. So I have a little bit of coriander here, and some mint from my garden. Mint is very, very easy to grow. So I have lots of mint in my garden. I just started a vegetable garden, which I love. I go there every day to see, has it grown, what's happened, every single day. And these are fried Asian shallots that just have a bit of crunch, that adds a bit of crunch. And there you have it.
And Phoebe's very excited to taste some too.
Phoebe is really hungry. So I'll deal with her later. There you have it. Easy, tasty chicken laksa. In fact, I might just taste it quickly.
What's the competition question, Rosie?
Yes, I haven't forgotten. To me, this is perfect. If you wanted it to be a little bit saltier, although it's perfect for me, you can put a little bit of fish sauce in there. But I wouldn't do it because it's perfect. I actually prefer to do this chicken laksa with normal stock, the chicken stock, rather than what I showed you before. I've tried both, but that's a personal preference. So, yeah, the question is, can you tell me the title of our latest book, which I've told you about before?
While we're on that, Jodie has asked a question. What books are there apart from the one that comes with the machine? So except for the one about that question, do you want to show these other books?
All right, the other books are just soups. And these are all available on the Magimix website. And then I'll get just desserts, that's yum, in vegetable spiral experts, and then just simple plates. So all these books are available on our website. Plus the other one that I told you about before. And that is it for today. So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time with Vanessa. I don't know what she's cooking yet, but she'll let you know. So have a good night, everybody, and see you next time. Bye.